Hi, and thanks for joining today. I'm going to talk about analytics and data visualization for utility vegetation management data. My name is Chris Kelly. I'm co-founder and CEO at Clearion, and Chris Rogers on our team will be joining us after the presentation to support Q&A. Utility vegetation management for many of us has gone digital, and that means we're collecting data at every stage of the process. We have data being managed in the office, being collected in the field. This information is available for reporting, but what's the best way to answer the questions, gain insights, monitor, report on compliance, and look for trends and outliers. Historically, we've had the ability to look at information in several different ways. And from the beginning, at least in Clearion's history, our customers have enjoyed ad hoc reporting through query tools where you can ask a question of the data and output that to something like Microsoft Excel for further manipulation. There's also fixed format reports that are useful when you need to send the same information in the same format to a regulator or stakeholder or manager that you want to be able to print or put into PDF. Now, operations dashboards from Esri have been popular among our customer base for several years. These dashboards have map controls natively within the web interface. So you're able to interact between list views, maps, and also see summary statistics for widgets. So one example here is a heat map showing clustering of pending work locations. This dashboard is showing a map again, and we're looking at a variety of information on a single screen that includes things like total dollars spent year to date, percent complete on the annual work plan, and the number of tickets that are open and created within the last month from customer trim requests. These dashboards are nice, interactive, and point directly to the GIS data, but we find our customers need more powerful data crunching, and instead of building static custom reports in legacy technology, we're seeing more of a move towards third-party, off-the-shelf business intelligence tools. The two that we're seeing most often that we have experience with are Power BI from Microsoft and Tableau, which is now owned by Salesforce. These are commercially available. Oftentimes, they'll already be deployed within the utility organization. They really simplify the maintenance and cost of updating and maintaining custom reports, and they improve flexibility for the end user. Let's talk a little bit about how. So this is an example of a Tableau dashboard that is summarizing work by feeder, and then we're drilling down at the bottom here to look at work by task and by status. Over on the right, the user is able to control the output of the reports that are dynamically updated by setting filters based on things like year, status, budget type being capital or preventative maintenance, etc. And it's very easy to add these filters without having to do any custom coding. Another example is showing more of a drill down of work by unit type, grouped by feeder. And then at the bottom, we have a comparison in a bar chart based on estimated unit costs for each contractor in the system. And we can dynamically modify the content of this by, again, choosing among these pre-configured filters. This is another type of report. It's looking at more of a KPI or key performance indicator type of analysis. And in this case, we're talking about field crew evaluations. So we have a number of scores along multiple different metrics, and we can see the average score per contractor. And then we can also drill down into an individual contractor and see the history of the actual field visits or observations. So again, summary data with the ability to dynamically drill down is one of the hallmarks of this technology. There's just a few examples of Tableau and Power BI tools. And if we look at the benefits of using these configurable BI tools as a replacement for custom reporting, there's obvious benefits in terms of cost, maintain, and just giving the more flexibility and more control to the end user. Now, as far as the benefits and trade-offs of Esri dashboards versus these third-party BI tools, we see that where the Esri dashboards really shine is through the availability of maps, where we can do things like geospatial analysis in the case of heat maps. We can also stream in other information like crew location. And it also provides, at least for the Clearion customers, a unified login experience. In other words, logging into the dashboard is the same login and credentials and really the same license that you need for the vegetation management apps from Clearion. Now, the third-party BI tools like Tableau and Power BI are going to provide much more powerful interactive analysis. They're going to have a much wider collection of non-spatial visualizations for things like charts and graphs and spider charts, all kinds of things that we didn't have time to get into today, and much more powerful in terms of being able to drill down and roll up data so you can really explore through the data. And then finally, from an IT perspective, these third-party BI tools put a lot of the server processing overhead onto a dedicated reporting server as opposed to being on the end user device or on the GIS production server. So we hope it's been informative. We'd love to chat with you more. We're here for Q&A. We'll also be around in the virtual booth, or feel free to reach out to us at info or sales@clearion.com. And we hope to see you soon. Thanks and take care.